Welcome to Spirit Trek, a community designed for the spiritual journey, personal growth, and expressions of love. Today, I will discuss my most recent ego death experience and how it probably changed my life forever. Let's begin. So last Saturday, I watched a video by Mooji called Transcending. It's really powerful in my opinion. And while watching this video, I was in an altered state of consciousness. And what I mean by that is my experience had higher dimensional qualities to them, meaning I could see things a little more clearly. I felt very energetic, and I could receive information really well and perceive things really well as well. So while in this state and watching the video, Mooji began to help the audience and help me find my true self, the self that's within us, that is unchanging, non-fearful, doesn't judge, is infinite, is consistent and always there, that being within all of us. That's yes, that yes being. And in doing so, I actually found it. It was really cool, and it was very real and very beautiful because peace was so evident in this state. Peace was just overwhelming because all of the illusions that I held with this vessel and with my identity faded away, and all I had left was that infinite, peaceful, consistent, non-judgmental self. Now, it gets a little crazy after this because he continues going and talks about how our identities and our personas are only needed and used to give us some sense of stability and structure in this life and society. Because if you don't have some sort of identity or persona in this society especially, you can literally lose your mind because there are so many interactions and you have obligations and all these things that you're trying to figure out in life. And if you don't have a sense of who you are, especially with so much media and so much happening, you're kind of going with the wind. You're kind of going here and there and up and down, and it's like, who am I? What is going on? You get lost because you're controlled by what's happening around you. But if you get to a point in yourself where you're more in tune with your being and less with your actual persona, you can still manage to make it in society through just a pure state of being. But that's not easy, unfortunately, and I'm sure you all know this because it's not happening that often. So what proceeded to happen is this. I shed my names, DeAndre, Sage, Spirit Trek, whatever else you want to call me. I shed my identities, my race, my religious beliefs and past. I shed my identities of the past and who people have said I am and am not. And I allow myself to stay in that state, that inner self state of all knowing and all being. And it's kind of scary because when you're actually doing this and you're actually losing the self, you become worried because you start thinking, what if I don't get out of this? What happens if I'm always like this? Can I survive? Can I make a living for myself? Can I create anything? Because I had no need. I felt no need to do anything. I felt like, well, if I'm not this person anymore and I'm not that person anymore and I don't do this anymore, I'm not introverted anymore, and I'm not intelligent, I don't have this degree, I don't do these things. Who am I? Why am I even here? What am I even doing? I'm just here, I'm being, this is enough. And that can be very scary, honestly. But luckily, I managed to deal with it in this moment. But what happened next is beautiful. You see, when you enter into this state, you're now open to the world around you, to people around you, to everything. Because you're not holding on to anything that you've been given or taught or told yourself, you're now open to everything that's around you, the experiences as pure experience, as pure being. And you can embody anything pretty much. So from this state of being, I started to figure out and question, what is it that I want to be? Who do I want to be? Because you can change who you want to be at any point in time. Like I said before, a persona or an identity is something that you created for yourself or has been given to you by others in order to fit you and mold you into society as a functioning human being. But you can change it at any point in time and be something completely different. And so in this process, I decided that a name is very limiting. My race is very limiting, my education and my job is limiting, and so forth and so on. And I decided to embody my message and the mission. Now this is huge because when you can embody bigger things, when you can embody bigger concepts, when you can embody things that are bigger than self, you can become those things. You can start to literally become those things, a walking, breathing apparatus for these concepts, if you're able and open enough to them. So guess what I chose? Unconditional love. Cliche, I know, but I felt that unconditional love was something that I've always been fascinated with, and that I've been coming closer and closer to. And to embody unconditional love and to make that my identity and how I function in this society and fit in this society is, to me, more important than any name, any job, any career, any label I could have for myself. Unconditional love, bliss, peace, these ideas, these vast concepts are things that I decided to embody within myself and to become. And when I talk to you, it's no longer just Sage or DeAndre or that kid from back in Texas, that kid in Virginia or wherever. Now I'm talking to you as an expression and a message of love. And when you make the message and these concepts your identity, you're no longer concerned with judgment. You're not so worried about, oh my gosh, like, what if I don't get this job? Or what if this person looks at me funny? Or what if I don't get the girl I want? You're worried about loving, being blissful, being peaceful, being open, being excited with life, being passionate, being driven, because you chose to embody these things within yourself. It's no longer about how does DeAndre look in front of the camera? How does Sage look in front of the camera? It's more about, is my message getting across? Am I speaking with passion? Am I giving love? How am I helping you? Whew. Man, I think this is something that has changed my life forever, honestly. Being able to no longer identify with what society has given me and choosing now to embody much, much more. And one more thing I have to add. When I was in this state of being, in this state of stillness and calm, you're also very open to seeing yourself in everything else, because all is self, literally, and we all contain the same essence in, I call it God DNA. We're able, and I was able to literally experience someone else as myself, look at them in their eyes. You know, it could be a photo, it could be a video, whatever, a picture, even a painting. Look in those eyes and literally find unconditional love and beauty and just literally amazement in that person. And I was like, wow, like is that me? Is that who am I? And it was really interesting to me. And it just lets you know that whenever you lose yourself, when you lose the identity, as long as you're able to hold yourself together and be balanced within yourself internally, you can literally experience anyone as yourself. You can be anything. You can expand into being anything because you're open to everything and you're tapped in to the essence of existence. And in that state, unconditional love is indeed possible, because there is no more separation. You don't see anyone and judge them. You see somebody who is like you that you can love as well. And to me, that's just beautiful. That's everything to me right there. So this was my most recent ego death experience. I've had others in the past that I might share in the future, but as of right now, this is by far the most impactful in my life. I'm sure that it will impact how Spirit Trek grows and how I come across through this channel. And I hope that it's felt, and I hope that the love is felt, because it's always love for y'all. So with that being said, please feel free to share your experiences with ego deaths in the comments below. Please subscribe to my channel as we are growing and I'm constantly sharing. And have a beautiful day and a beautiful life. Peace.